So it's turn.
I had to.
Yeah.
Really, that sound came in. The only benefit was one of the songs was over it, so we're not going to infect our audience with El Chumba.
The night is still young.
I know. I really should make a sound wave of that though.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be right up there with Unbreaded.
You're right.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, so we are back. We are live once again. Thank you guys for hanging with us tonight. Before we begin though, we missed one of the games earlier on in October. We had some things come up, so we need to roll for Christmas in October. We've got a couple people with birthdays here, myself included. So we've got a lot of karma coming in tonight.
Let's go.
Okay.
Next game, we can roll for birthday karma too.
All right, there you go. So cool. Hooray.
Yeah.
So let me get over in our rolls section. Roll. Boop. 1D. So we're just rolling. Can't remember.
So
1D 100. Right? Percentile?
1d10. Yeah, because then I multiply that
Yeah.
by stuff.
Ooh.
Wow.
You may. Oh, I was about ready to say you may thank me now, but Dale got a 10.
Well, no, I think I messed that up. Hold on. Yeah, no, I accidentally
We just
did that.
typed 10.
Yeah,
That's
hold
it.
on. Me too. Do it again.
Use your.
10, enter.
That's cheating.
Okay, so he's got 6.
Okay, not bad. Okay, cool. So let's see here. Right, and that was all the birthdays this month, correct?
I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, we're
you
just
have an October
waiting on
birthday,
Brittany.
too?
Oh!
Wow.
So now we need somebody to roll for monthly
Thanks
karma.
for the assist.
Yeah.
All right. Whose birthday is the furthest away? Does anyone have a birthday in April?
No.
Mine's in like.
All right, Davey, it's up to you. Roll.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Mine's less than 2 weeks out. So.
You'll
Let her
get your
rip.
turn soon enough.
Hey! Wow.
Woo!
Good grief.
Adding all that, so that's a factor of 32.
Factor of lots.
Okay, so all of that combined has just earned us 11,200 karma.
Wow.
Whose turn is it? Is it mine?
It is your turn.
Yes.
And now, speaking of which, let me add that to what we now currently have.
Watch him
Our group
bogart all the
available is still
karma.
good.
Oh, no. I'm gonna bump my. Let's see. I'm gonna bump my endurance from MN 75 to. Wait.
Don't you dare.
Z.
Okay, so that
Oh,
means
nice.
we have now in the group bank 14,771 karma.
Ooh,
14,000. How much?
it's a heck of a jump.
14,771.
Wow. Not that I'm gonna spend that much.
So while he is working on that, if you we're almost done for the month of October. I've got it's in small print. I apologize. But there is a link, or not a link, but an image in the middle of the screen. We're trying to get a fundraiser going that will help me offset some of the nasty surprise bills that I got hit with earlier on this year. One of which being the big one, and just surprise computer stuff. So right now, I didn't put the bar on this one. That's a bummer. I could have swore I did. Guess not. All right. Well, right now we're at $100 for the fund. So Davey had just put in 20, so that gives everybody. So you might want to write this down for everybody currently here. In this particular game, well, I should stop and explain the funding thing. So there is the box right there in the middle of the screen that kind of explains where we're at. It's kind of like a Kickstarter, so you can get specific add-ons depending upon how much you donate. But then there's also an ongoing limit, and then they have thresholds that you hit, and each threshold, like started off at 50, now we're at 100, gives the players in all games, not just this one, additional benefits. So because of Rachel in the Mythic Savannah game, one person can claim God mode in this particular game, which will allow you obviously to win whatever scene or issue that you are struggling with. That's not for everybody. It's only for one individual. So I'll let you guys decide appropriately who can claim that. You don't have to do it right now. It can be obviously later on. We have an epic cameo coming up, thanks to Brittany, who put in for that. So I will be developing that later. There are some thoughts. And then thanks to Davey, Davey can claim or give to somebody what's called a GM handcuff, which you take a look at, the $15 addition to the fundraiser. That in particular will allow you to get a good outcome in any one particular scene. So Davey can use it for himself if he so likes. He can give it to somebody else. It doesn't mean that they're not going to win. It doesn't mean they're automatically going to win. It just means something positive in that scene is going to happen. So it's never going to be quite a failure. So then on top of that, right. So this is what you guys will need to add to your sheets for the time being. Everybody has one reroll, which Davey has already added that. That was hit for the $50 fundraiser, $50 level. So all your characters in every game that you have with Lost Tribes Gaming, you have a free reroll. If you already have one from something else, it doesn't matter. Like from Points Redemption or from, people watching the game or whatnot, it doesn't matter. That this will stack on top of that. So if you already have one, then you have two rerolls. And then for the $100 level, everybody gets to claim once. But again, it's ongoing. So if you claim it, then great. If you don't, you can hold on to it. What's called restored resources. The party gets an automatic full refresh, which means, and I'll let you guys decide when you want to wind up doing it. But you'll get all of your hit points, willpower, karma, etc., depending upon the game, back in that one particular instance. It's kind of like, if you've ever played Gauntlet and you suddenly hit the food, we're in the midst of a bunch of monsters or whatnot, then you're refreshed and you've got all your magic and you got all your health back. Kind of like that.
Cool.
So all that gauze that we threw away last night comes back, huh?
I don't know if you really want to use it for something like that, but I mean, I guess it could. So somebody want to give us a recap from last game?
Oh, I guess that was me. Okay. So last time we went to so we started out in New Prussia after recuperating from the fight with Red Arsenal's surprise relative. And from there we go to Transnistria. My document doesn't know how to spell that. And neither do I, apparently. So we go into the auction posing as buyers on behalf of Quantum Unlimited Acquisitions Division in disguise. We order a limousine. We get there and see 7 groups besides ours. I'm not going to describe them all, but they are from various entities, presumably black market. Let's see. Marin Dobrev from Black Halo Syndicate, which is a Senia deviant cartel. We've got Laz Corzin from Lazaro Freight, International Shadow Brokers. We have a cutout group posing for someone with the leader called Dr. Kraus. We've got another cutout led by Professor Wei Lian, Dr. Wei, from the Celestial Guard out of Beijing. We have El Cordero, aka Mateo Rojas, Patagonian cartel from Argentina. We've got Victor Sotnik Rykov, Ural Warlord Syndicate, and a Sister Alina Markov from a group called Grey Church. And then an 8th group comes in with Midnight X, who is a mercenary that we've worked with before and even hired before, and a Stormfront, who was with the Russian national team.
Comintern.
Right.
Right.
Which, since Russia sort of is not exactly... Anyway, I don't know who she works for now. So Midnight X actually speaks to Lightbringer and tells her who each of these people are. He says we're in a lot of danger, so we better not blow our cover. And he will not tell us who he's working for. Surprise, surprise. So the auction starts, and there's a lot of bidding on actual deviant people. There were 8 in total, and our group ended up purchasing 4 of them. 3, 4. The final one is a surprise purchase, and it is a Kesk alien creature, which are very mysterious. The Kesk were one of the only races not dominated by the Dexamites. Hyperion just decodes the serial number on our welcome packet and discovers it's actually a signature from Midnight X. So presumably Midnight X is the one who invited us to this event. So he's clearly invested. We end up purchasing the Kesk as well, and then through some subterfuge, we exit without, after collecting our winnings, without having to talk to anybody else, and head back to New Prussia. We turn over the refugees to the science police to start processing them and getting them the care that they need, and figuring out how to help them. Essentially, they're free. They're free now. We weren't going to use them for anything. And we spent a lot of money doing it. So we discovered that the Kesk has some ability to cause hallucinations in people in his presence. Hyperion tries to speak with him in Dexamite, and they begin to have a mental conversation. But it turns out that he is telepathic, so he and Hyperion just sort of have a mind meld anyway. Kesk says he is a vanguard. He serves Azathoth and Entropy. So Hyperion tries to explain what values we have here on Earth. And the hallucinations are a fourth dimensional bleed, and it's a natural effect of his being. He suggests Hyperion create a device to help him contain it so he can observe our planet. In exchange for this service, he will supply Hyperion with knowledge, but in order to share such knowledge, Hyperion may have to disconnect from the Ixis, whatever that is. Hyperion is considering. In the meantime, we asked the science police to move the Kesk to a secure facility. And then we got some dossiers for our winnings. Person called Ashwind from Bosnia. We have Thunderchild from Nigeria. Glass Serpent from Brazil. And then the Kesk is called Calith the Bound. And that's where we left off.
Alrighty.
Thank you for not mentioning that Heat Phantom ran off in a panic from the bleed and has disappeared over the horizon, kind of.
I'm sure he'll come back to his senses as soon as he can.
Yeah, there you go.
So, as all of you are kind of doing your thing, checking in on Heat Phantom, perhaps checking in on Red Arsenal, who is all recovered at this point. Lightbringer goes missing during part of the day. Not like super surprised. She had been inquiring to try and reach out to her grandfather, probably to fill him in on what all of you have been doing and whatnot, because all of you did appear like suddenly.
Yeah.
And bring all these people in. So she's probably kind of taking care of that. So what are the rest of you doing currently?
Where is everybody?
Right now, you guys are in, have been set up in the small bunker, or not the bunker, but the barracks that you guys have used previously.
Nice. Okay. Well, if you guys are there, Red Arsenal's there. It's like, hey guys.
The only one that isn't there is Lightbringer currently.
Oh, okay. Hyperion, where's Lightbringer? She's not here.
I'll assume that you are you doing that like over comms or
I thought we were all smushed in the same space.
I think Hyperion would just, because he doesn't need to like
Oh,
rest
that's
technically. He's just constantly working on the device to deal with Calith right now.
Oh, okay. Then he wouldn't say that. He would say, "Hey, Hyperion, feeling better? What you up to? Where are you? Where you at?
Red Arsenal.
Who be you be?
Who you be? Who you be today?"
It's good to hear your voice, brother. I'm glad you're doing all right. How do you feel?
Feel much better. You guys went to Transnistria, right?
We did.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay, I got the nation right. Oh man, and I had a whole dossier ready to help you guys out and everything. Oh man.
Well,
oh well.
that's quite all right. We managed to get the information necessary to do what we need to do. Have you talked to anybody else regarding our exploits there yet?
No, I don't. No, not yet. I just know you guys came back. So,
if you'd like to, actually, that might be dangerous. I was going to suggest you come down here to see what would happen, but
all right, I'm on my way.
Brett. Oh, well. All right then. As he goes back to making the device.
10 minutes later, he shows up. I got lost, but I'm here now. What are you working on? What is that?
Well, first, before I get into anything, if you suddenly start seeing strange things or having hallucinations, please inform me immediately.
Okay.
So, and you see he's working on like what looks like a harness on a table with a bunch of tools, and he's going, I'm actually trying to create a type of inhibitor for an individual we found and rescued from Transnistria, one of several. You see, what we did there was actually participate in a type of auction, but there were several unscrupulous groups there bidding to purchase deviant slaves. Fortunately, we managed to actually purchase several of them, bring them here, and they are being helped so that they can actually be free and live a life. But the last individual we purchased was actually a Kesk. Do you remember what those
Kesk?
were?
I don't think I've heard that before. Have I? I don't think so.
We did learn a little bit about that from Universe at the Proxima Centauri station when it existed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Kesk themselves were an alien race long ago that the Dexamites weren't able to actually subjugate. Instead, they were repelled out of this galaxy and out of the known universe for apparently unknown reasons, at least until now, because this Kesk named Calith has actually been giving us information. And one of the unfortunate side effects of his being, because of where his race actually comes from, is a type of psychic bleed that can affect people's minds and give them hallucinations.
Okay. Is he here with us? He's gonna like look around.
He's actually in a chamber just next to this
Oh.
location here. I'm trying to make sure I don't move away from him too far so that I can stay acclimated to the strange bleed that he emits.
Okay. I'm not feeling, Jerome, I'm not feeling anything yet, right? No,
not
hallucination?
as far as you can tell. No,
Okay. Well,
there is an eeriness to the room that you're in, but
okay, so that might be okay. All right. It's just a little, I don't know, unsettling in here, but so far so good.
Excellent. Good. Well, and that wouldn't be a problem once we actually affix this to our friend, which should be able to complete this relatively soon.
I can help. He's going to pick up a screwdriver and hand you the screwdriver.
Thank you.
was absolutely not something you needed.
Yeah.
But that happened.
Yeah. He like kind of pretends a little bit like he needs it, even if he doesn't. Oh, there we go. Turn something. Doesn't necessarily need to be turned, but it works. Thank you, brother. And he puts the screwdriver away. Beyond that, you might want to find the others. I'm not sure what they're up to. I know we have had a lot to go through.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see who is available. Heat Phantom, you around? Xenofreeze, you around?
I would be, I guess.
Hey,
Yes,
you guys.
I am in the area.
Oh, nice. You guys want to come down and see the cool stuff Hyperion's building?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. What about you, Ixion? You want to come down and look at the cool stuff that Hyperion's building?
Sure, I will come down and. see what he
Derek,
has
you
made.
need to pull your microphone down.
Sure, I will come down
Perfect.
and see what he has made.
Nice. Maybe we can all meet up later for lunch.
I will make preparations to serve lunch for everybody.
Nice.
I have convinced the barracks that the American cheeseburger is in fact a worthwhile addition to a menu, and I'm attempting to get them to bring them here to us.
Nice. So yeah, he's like, hamburgers are on the menu, Hyperion. We got them.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yep. And Xenofree said he's going to be down here. I guess I shouldn't say it because it always happens. But where's your sister? Where's Lightbringer?
It is likely that she's away, possibly talking with her grandfather or on some other type of New Prussian business.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got that collection, the toy, and she has like a whole line of stuff.
Right, her merchandise.
Merchandise, yes. She's probably overseeing her merchandising empire. Yeah.
Maybe.
I am glad I do not have that.
Merchandising empire?
Yes.
Well, I guess Salanth don't need money. But
It's
wait,
not that
like,
I
is there
couldn't use
any?
monetary advancement, but I just do not need the things that humans desire.
Okay.
Like hamburgers.
No, you're missing out, bud. You're missing out.
I concur. You're missing out.
Unfortunately,
looks-
I'm afraid that it could possibly be toxic to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm leery of eating things that aren't native for me.
Makes sense.
So Hyperion hears a whisper in his brain.
Free me, Seymour. Free me.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
no.
more feed me, but
Yeah.
same difference. Creepy nonetheless.
Sure.
You end up hearing in your mind in a very low tone, dull tone, but it's almost as if like 3 or 4 people are speaking at once. So it's
We are
little.
legion.
So it's a little like it's a couple milliseconds off one another, so it gives kind of a little bit of an echoey sound,
Yeah.
quality to it, but a little bit higher and lower tone to it as well. So, but you would recognize this as Caliph,
Okay.
and he says, "I require clothing."
Clothing. Yes. We should be able to provide that for you. Do you have any issues with any specific types of fabrics? We wouldn't want to injure you.
I prefer flesh.
Flesh.
I believe you refer to it as leather.
Leather. That can be arranged. Do you have any particular requirement as to the types of garments? We could simply make sure it matches your form, or is there something else you require?
He at that point you pick up an image of what it looks like,
Okay.
and I will, since obviously nobody else can see this. Hold on one second. I'll give you the mental image that you were getting.
Okay.
Caleb has been perusing the internet. He likes those gimp suits.
I require Men's Warehouse.
Boy, okay then.
You're like, that's oddly specific. So there is down. Ba-doop.
Oh wow. Okay. And so he sees that, and Red Arsenal, since Red Arsenal's there, you'd see a smile on his face all of a sudden, and then he's like, "That's an interesting choice. I think that can be arranged. It will take just a little bit of time."
What do you mean?
Oh,
Oh, you were talking to the other guy.
yeah, yes.
Oh.
Sorry. He's also telepathic. I forgot to mention.
Ah. That would explain the fourth dimensional bleed.
Right. He's requiring clothing. He would like a leather outfit that resembles that of a cowboy.
Oh, can we get that here in New Prussia?
Good.
We could try. I mean, like leather hat and leather jacket and
The whole getup.
okay. Leather socks it is. All right. I'm not sure how to go about procuring that.
Would you be willing to go to one of the science officers nearby and let
Oh,
them know
yeah.
the request?
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
I can do that. Yep. And he will run and make the request.
Okay, so
Everything leather.
yeah, so they are not unfamiliar with the bizarre requests that the Legacy has from time to time. So this is the least of their concerns. But then they realize, of course, that it's for the alien, and he's like, "Let me understand. You have alien cowboy."
That's what he wants. I don't want to go against his wishes, so if that's what he wants to wear, let's get it done. Let's do it. Can you guys get a leather cowboy hat?
Of course, there are trademarks here that perhaps not in country directly, but we could go to Lithuania or Latvia or Estonia.
Nice. Okay.
We have trade partners now.
Nice. All right. How do we pay for that? Is that like a science department expense or?
He said he kind of chuckles a bit and he says, "You're asking to pay for items. This is merely incidentals.
Oh, okay.
We simply pass up to our commander in chief. He hand waves, all done."
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I guess you have what he requires.
Then we will get this momentarily. Please forgive. Our president is currently at a football match.
Ah, okay. Nice. Yeah, take your time. I'll be here.
Okay, so he goes back to procurement and puts in the request, and even that guy kind of looks up at him and is like, "Cowboy? Oh, okay." And he just kind of types it out.
It is request from American team. American clothes for American aliens. Who knows?
Last I recall, Clint Eastwood did not have so many tentacles.
It is is from new movie,
It is from movie.
not yet released.
Cowboy versus alien. Big thing. So, at any rate, at this point, Hyperion, of course, is finishing up the device. Getting that all worked up.
I will come in with the clothes when it arrives.
Yeah, eventually they do come in. At this point, it's been a couple hours. He's obviously had to finish up the device and whatnot. By this point, Lightbringer, you are back.
Am I still wearing the jersey?
Yes.
Okay. And I probably got like a foam finger or something, huh?
Sure. I don't think you're
I've got-
wearing it like on a foam finger, but you've got it with you.
And
She comes in, she's like, whoa!
new Prussian colors underneath my mask.
Okay, yep. So she's got blue and white.
Gotcha.
Nightbringer, where were you?
Oh,
You were where Grandpa was.
he invited me to the soccer game.
The science department said that he was at a soccer match or a football match.
Right.
Yeah.
This is Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I'm not really into sports, but I could get used to it.
Nice. Hyperion's been working on that device. So, is it? Let's see. I don't know if it's ready or not.
Yeah, what did I miss?
He was. The alien wanted leather cowboy wear.
Why?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna second guess his needs. So, leather cowboys.
Okay.
Xenofree should be there, and Heat Phantom is around somewhere. So, yeah.
Just doing something weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also met. I caught up with Sagan after we were handing off the refugees, and she thought it would be useful for me to talk to their I forgot what it's called. Basically, their CIA head
Of New
about
Prussia?
right.
Oh, okay.
I kind of told him all about the auction and the people that we saw there, and he cross-referenced our intel with what they had and gave me kind of a dossier about what they know, and they're going to put our intel to use. And I think our plan is to continue to play this part, right?
Mhm.
So we can watch out for the next one, kind of get a feel for who these people are and watch their movements.
That's a good
So,
idea.
I'm going to hand this off to the team.
Oh.
So take a look at that when you have a chance.
Ooh, she put it in a PDF format.
Wow.
I don't think I did anything to the file that you gave me.
Oh, okay. So then I put it in a PDF format, forgot, and gave it to her, and she pushed it forward.
There you go.
Good job.
You see, perfect time to use that.
See? And he did it this time.
Yep.
Okay, wow.
I am not getting blamed for that one. Haha.
So we can use this intel to, put the screws to our opponents. We need to. And then I had lunch with Sagan and then chatted with Jurgen for a while, and then we ended up going to the game. So sorry, kind of disappeared like that.
It's okay.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Is your healing factor all?
Back to
Back in
100. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Do we want to talk about what happened back there?
I don't know what to think of it.
That was pretty crazy.
I don't even know what to do. Like, do I just get on a ship and fly to my mom's planet and, like, what happens here on Earth? Like, I don't know what to do. So,
That can be arranged.
I mean, yeah, but
I just think it's super interesting that he clearly thought you were enough of a threat to his position, even in the state of exile that you were, that it was worth coming after you. So I don't know, that's kind of flattering.
Well, I
unless
I
they
don't
just
know,
really
yeah.
take pride in cleaning up their own messes or something.
I mean, if they were, I mean, they're known for being very puritanical, like, only with themselves. So maybe it was like a 2-in-1, get rid of a potential threat and remove a stain or whatever. But
I bet they probably heard about you once Collapsing Star started asking around, right?
maybe, I don't know. I don't know how to contact Collapsing Star. He just kind of shows up from time to time. And the last time he
Yeah.
showed up, I was like, "Hey, could you put some feelers out?"
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, now they know about you, and we know about them.
And I'm kind of worried about, what's happening over there. Like, is my mom in trouble? It sounds like she's the queen. So, how much trouble can she really get in? But I don't know.
Leaders can get into plenty of trouble, depending on what's going on, but it seems that his honor, and as you were mentioning before, their beliefs and culture precluded him to actually come all this way to engage you and defeat you. There may also be a political maneuver at play, since you clearly were the one who was going to inherit anything that your mother would have left behind. Something may be going on, but it's hard to say what unless we obtain more information.
How do we obtain more information? You think maybe you're the Kesk? I forgot his name.
You mean Caliph, the
Caliph.
Kesk you're dealing with?
You think Caliph might know something?
Possible, but I'm not quite sure. It seems that he was captured during his activities in our galaxy. I'm not sure how far he went before he was obtained, and we also don't know how he was captured.
Have
Yeah,
you
that's worth
discussed with
asking.
him? Have you discussed with him what his purposes were in this system? Considering that only up until, or is it still, the Galactic Union has it off limits to Earth, but has that recently opened up with the recent events?
Well, all of that information was for galactic civilization as it currently stands, and as it has been for a long time. But the Kesk weren't a part of that. They were driven out of the galaxy long ago, before the Dexamites actually solidified their empire throughout the Milky Way.
That
It
is
seems
true.
that the Kesk are technically outside of that limitation, since they wouldn't have heard of it. Caliph here claims he's a vanguard, which would mean that he's one like a scout, an individual who would go to a place, determine if things are all clear, and then inform the rest of his people to return. They did apparently live here before. They might want to know if they can return to what they called home long ago.
They resided on Earth?
This galaxy.
Oh,
The Dexamites fought them, and instead of trying to uplift them or subjugate them, found the need to repel them. It doesn't seem that they were even able to destroy them. That may be because of the Kesk's interesting capabilities and extra-dimensional nature.
interesting. I'm only aware of the Kesk, not familiar with them. Am I
It
correct in
seems-
assuming that, Drum?
What's that?
Like I've heard of them, but that's about it.
You've heard the term. Yeah, that's about it. Like
like,
there's
I've heard that there's a race called the Kesk, and that's about it. Yeah.
it would be like a beginner trying to figure out what's in the ocean. It's like, okay, I've heard of a shark. I know they have a fin.
Yeah.
That's really about it, and I can find them
Okay.
over there. Actually, it'd be even less than that. You wouldn't. Your understanding was the galactic universal understanding for the most part. It would be like living in America. You may not know where all the states are, but if somebody says Alabama, okay, well, it's over in the South somewhere, and they have a certain type of talk or whatnot. As far as the Kesk are concerned, that's that they were a thing, and you have no idea where they're from, and that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, and that they look nothing like any other races.
You heard of the French and Indian War, but you don't know who was fighting who and why.
This was the French and the Indians, duh. It's the French and Indian War.
Um, by the way, President Jurgen has invited us to a dinner at the president's palace tonight. So
Ooh.
I told him
like
we probably wouldn't stay
Palace.
too long. So he asked us to come to dinner.
like black tie affair, state gala, that type of thing, or just like a get together.
He didn't really specify, so maybe, I mean, we could just wear what we wore to the sing
Mm.
last night. I mean, I don't expect many of you took a change of clothes. So, I mean, we could even just wear our uniforms if you want. I know he already knows who each of us is, but
Mm.
the rest of the country doesn't. Not that the rest of the country is invited, but
Do you know who all is invited beyond us?
I think it's just us, as far as I know. Right, Jerome? Did I
Yeah, just you guys.
remember? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, just us.
Then perhaps we can take that opportunity to relax and wear simple formal wear.
And
Mm.
Matt, out of character, this is the first time you would have had any sort of dinner at the presidential suite or home, I should say.
Yeah, I never assumed that I was that popular.
Right.
Well, now you are.
You're part of the cool kids. Club.
Great success.
Very nice.
She's like, "What do-
this is my
what do I
neighbor.
have
She
in
is
my
pain in
glass?"
ass.
She actually does have a change of clothes that you could grab.
Yeah, he has a home here in which he could grab them from.
Does he have a family?
No.
Wait, he's from the barracks, right? He lives
Yes,
in
the
barracks?
barracks gave birth to him, and that is,
That's where it's
Mazel tov. It's
yeah.
a boy.
New Prussia's sufficiently advanced now. They just
Cloning.
outsource all of their.
Yeah.
just
Soldiers'
these
needs.
underground barrack womb things that just give birth to new
It's
entities. It's science.
In fact,
Reminded me with science.
if the Legacy had done any kind of dossier on him before bringing him on board, they may have learned that his mother, Ruxandria Albescu, is a nurse in New Prussia.
Hello. Nice.
You know what? This is a good time to ask.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Why does laughing cost so much? So Heat Phantom, have you been to the presidential palace before?
Well, Phantom's not there, so I'm assuming you're
Oh.
asking.
Oh, he left already.
He never showed up because he's avoiding.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
okay.
right.
He's avoiding
right,
the
right.
thing.
Mhm.
Okay, I forgot. Okay, then I'll go on comms since he's not in the room,
Yeah.
and I'll say, Heat Phantom, FYI, since you're not present, we've been invited to dinner at the President's Palace. We were just thinking we'd wear the formal wear that we got for the party last night. 6 p.m. You've been there before, right? Like field trips or something?
I have been to the palace, yes. Outside as a cop.
Oh, but not in. Okay, well,
Field trips.
cool.
We had
It'd
peanut butter and jelly
be
sandwich.
cool to show you around a little bit.
It would be my honor to attend with the granddaughter of the president. I am. I must get ready.
Okay, well, no pressure. It's gonna be fine. I think he has no ulterior motives or anything. It's just a nice dinner.
Of course. I mean, he is the president. He has no ulterior motives. He's a very honest man.
What am I saying? I'm sure he's got other. I'm sure he's got some reason. Maybe it's just to. You know what? I'm gonna stop speculating. What other business do we have left to take care of here?
Well, I'm close to finishing the harness for Caliph. After that, we should then determine what to do next regarding the information we received from Midnight X. We'll probably need to try to reach out and contact him again because we did what he asked us to do. And he said that after accomplishing that, that we should be able to get information related to Pulsar's parents.
That's right. Would you assume that he probably has all the information that we have gathered, like from like the stuff I just got from Director Drexler?
It's a
Or
fair
should we pass that along to him too?
We may want to hold on to that information for at least a little bit of leverage and not assume that he doesn't know. But if he doesn't know and needs it, then perhaps we can use that to obtain something else.
Some kind of
But-
bargaining chip.
Exactly.
You know, Sagan and I were debating what his role in all of this is. She said that he, well, it's clear that he has strong feelings about helping deviants. And he has a lot of resources, but she said that he refuses to work with New Prussia because of my grandfather's history. So he has some kind of ethical code.
That does make sense given the clientele he's had, which does include Ms. McCall, since that's how we met him first.
Right.
Who he limits himself to as far as what clientele he actually works for is another question altogether. We don't really know.
Do we know if he's deviant?
It's
I've
highly
never-
likely that he is.
I've never scanned him, which, by the way, I still need to get a new scanner after we
Oh yeah.
lost it in the other dimension.
Also, speaking of which, Lightbringer, when you have the opportunity, if you would be able to requisition from New Prussian forces excavation equipment, any of the advanced items that they might have, I'm thinking of trying to actually excavate extra portions of the vein that aren't being used and input a new facility that would greatly enhance what we can do.
You want to expand construction.
Correct. It does seem that there are areas that can be excavated within the vein that will maintain structural integrity for the base, but then allow us room to add something else. And I have something in mind.
You know, why don't we ask Jurgen that at dinner time?
Excellent idea.
Skip the red tape.
Good thinking.
Not
It is
have
nice
to
being able to
make all
skip
those-
that and any other color tape, isn't it?
I mean, it's faster and less explanation.
Precisely.
I mean, I expect certain people in New Prussia know about the vein, but the less we can advertise it, the better.
True. But of all the people who know, who we at least trust, even with regard to the power he wields, I do trust President Albrecht with that information to know that we'd at least be using the equipment for our home, and we would of course be giving it back. I don't need to keep it indefinitely.
Cool. Yeah. What do you want to build?
I'm developing plans in my mind for a facility that would greatly enhance the speed and accuracy of creating gear. I've noticed that as the quartermaster for the team, I unfortunately am falling far behind. There are many things that all of you need that I haven't had the time to create because of our activities. But if I can unload the creation onto an automated facility, that could possibly fix that problem. It would be a fabrication operation realizer and generation engine, or Forge for short.
You and your acronyms. I love it. Yeah, that's a cool idea. And we could, if we don't need it for team equipment, we could use it for prototyping.
Precisely. I've even had ideas about trying to enhance Ixion's vessel if we were to ever take that on a trip to a different planet. Perhaps ensure that it's better ready for any combat situations that we might unfortunately come upon, seeing as how
And,
not everyone in space is friendly.
and speaking of which, I still need to give that some anti-radar equipment. So
The stealth paneling.
yeah. Well,
Would you
add that to the list.
guys? Would you guys come with me to my mom's home?
Of course.
We will, but not before I'm finished making the rest of your gear. You will be receiving several more pieces once they actually complete it. That way, if you come upon fighting another like who you fought before, you won't lose.
Thank you.
Would we be able to see with your forge about advancing my nanotechnology to be more resilient to electrical outputs?
It could be possible. I think we would have to introduce a new strain of nanotechnology that would bind to what you have currently to add as a type of insulation mechanic. That would take
Yes.
additional work, but I think that could be done.
And if we are going interstellar, I would like to investigate the area near the former Zenri.
I was waiting for you to ask about that. Yes, I agree entirely. We have many places we need to go, and I think that, if at all possible, should be one of the first places we explore if we head out into outer space.
I appreciate your emphasis. It is something that I've been continually trying. And out of character, in any free time, I've been sending out, now that the communications grid is now open galactically, if you will, or free to go past the Earth's atmosphere. I'm sending out messages and just sitting there. Like, I haven't been doing a whole lot, but I've just been trying to communicate. That's it. So
He's spamming the airwaves.
yes, desperately.
Why haven't you answered my call?
Yeah. Ghosting me. Yeah.
Where's the
So-
Ixion creep? Jeez, keeps calling.
All right.
Well, just *69 him then.
I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty,
Oh no.
about your spaceship's extended warranty.
That all started with Ixion.
Yeah. Hey, we are in '95, so yeah,
Right, yeah. It works out time-wise.
it's that's the beginning. Dang it.
Speaking of which, also, Xenofreeze, I know you were able to make at least one dose of that Zenri fish poison antidote for our brother. Do you think you'd be able to make additional doses? That way, in case any of us encounter that poison again, we can have a remedy to it immediately.
Yes, I believe the information is still available in my notes and in the database. We could see about facilitating the fabrication of that anytime.
Excellent.
And especially since we are here in New Prussia with their technological availabilities, we can see about making that available as well to them as well.
Excellent. If we can get at least one dose with some sort of auto injector for each one of you, and that way you could store it in your equippers and have it at all times, that would be ideal.
Was this something, Jerome, that I found out that I would have been susceptible to or immune to?
Oh, you would have been susceptible to it, 100%.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a toxic fish from your planet.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is just the anti venom was based on that. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
this
it's
fish
for you. It's
yeah.
no different than accidentally getting bit by a snake,
Or
you know, or
stung by a
getting
jellyfish
poked
or
by
something
like a
like-
puffer fish or something. You know,
Right. Okay.
it didn't require anything new or advanced or whatnot. It's like, oh, okay, well, I recognize that. Here's the antidote. We've already got that on tap. We just got to figure out how to make it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And that was something right around my forte because it was something biological.
And from your homeworld.
Yeah. Hey, cool. There we go.
I wonder if I could build up a resistance to the toxin.
Good question.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Then Hyperion would be like, I would be very wary of that. It's not necessarily a thing that can happen with all individuals, even though popular culture might indicate otherwise. But given your regenerative powers, if there's anybody in this room that could do it, it might be you. You would just have to be extremely careful.
The dosage would be the main thing.
Correct.
Yeah. Something to consider. Well, we don't have that. The toxin. It's not like we can just make the toxin. We need the fish that has the toxin. So I don't think we could do it anyway.
Right.
Well. How's the harness coming along?
Good question. Jerome, how's the harness coming along?
It's finished.
Sweet.
Ooh, let's see if it works.
Puts the finishing touch on it. Like, all right. I'll return. Oh, did we obtain the...
We did indeed. Na, da, 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 da.
take that from Arsenal. And then...
Did he have a color in mind? Because I thought it was just like all black leather, cowboy everything.
This will likely suffice. He did think
It's
of it as...
mostly in browns. That's the most common
okay.
leather
Okay.
color.
He's
Okay.
like, I think this will work. If he needs any modifications, I'm sure we can accommodate. So he'll head over to the guy's chamber and provide him with the clothing and the harness to put on, and he's going to show him how to put it on, as far as harness goes especially, and activate it, and then we test it out.
Okay. So it sits the way it looks and it kind of sits. It's like those earbuds that have that it's not really a necklace. I don't know what the heck you'd call it, but basically it's got the earbuds kind of go into it, and it looks almost like headphones, but they're actually earbuds, but it
Okay,
rests
yeah.
around your neck.
Yep.
Sort of thing. So it looks kind of like that.
Okay.
In size and shape and whatnot. And then he puts on he slides into the clothing. He doesn't actually put it on. He'll lift it up with one hand, and then his arm kind of reforms through a sleeve and vice versa, sort of thing.
Yep. Wow.
Except
All right.
he's not liquid. He's
Yeah.
fleshy.
Exactly.
So as he does it, you can actually hear what would probably be bones and flesh kind of reforming on the fly.
Okay. Yeah. Very weird and creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
So he places all of that on,
Okay.
and then he kind of gets a feel for it as as he's doing it, kind of touches it, a second, steps side to side, back to back, testing the boots.
So Hyperion will be like, how does it feel?
Das Boots.
This attire is acceptable.
Excellent. If you're willing to come with me, we can test the harness to make sure that your fourth dimensional bleed doesn't affect my team.
Proceed.
All right. Goes ahead and leads him into the room with the rest of the legacy.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
So he steps in with all of you who are here, which is Red Arsenal and Xenofreeze.
How tall is he? Is he like 6 foot? Is he like a giant?
No. He's about 6'4". So I mean, he's tall, but
Okay.
not like unbelievably giant.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and post what he now looks like in the Discord.
No. Oh, okay. Cthulhu. Okay. I understand.
Shelly's all, ew.
I understand.
So he takes a moment as he looks around. You don't hear him say anything, but he reaches his hand up, takes the hat, does that, places it back down.
Excellent. So, Caliph, allow me to introduce my team. Lightbringer, Xenofreeze, Red Arsenal, and Heat Phantom.
Heat Phantom's actually not there. Remember, he's
Oh, yeah, that's right.
he's thoroughly spooked and is giving himself his own quarantine away from it.
That's right. So he'll say instead, Heat Phantom would be here, but from his last encounter with you, he's a little spooked. One moment, actually. Hyperion to Heat Phantom. Do you read?
Of course, I read you loud and clear.
Excellent. If you're willing to return to the science center and laboratory where we're stationed right now, you can actually meet our new friend, Caliph. He now has a harness which will prevent anything happening to you like what happened before.
Interesting. Is this an official request?
If you'd like to arrive, I won't force you. So then he'll turn to Caliph and be like, so, Caliph, with your newfound freedom, it does seem so far that none of us are being affected by the psychic phenomenon you normally emanate. Seems that it works. What is it you would like to do with your time?
I would like to continue my task.
And tell me, the details of your tasks, do they involve simply reconnaissance of our world or something else?
He said, so he says, finding your world was not difficult. You were randomly broadcasting.
Oh, whoops.
Are we able to hear this, or is he just speaking to Hyperion mentally?
Actually, you can all hear it, but you clearly don't see anything moving.
So do we hear it with our ears or with our heads?
Hard to say. Maybe both.
Okay.
Broadcasting like TV and radio waves.
Negative.
Oh.
tachyonic transmissions then, something that you'd likely be more able to pick up at a distance.
Precisely. Muling for the Salanth.
Ah, I see. Yes.
How long have you been monitoring our planet, Kalith?
So he turns and he looks around for some, clearly looking for something. I lack a timepiece.
Ah, we need to get him a watch.
Can you estimate?
Am I with everybody right now?
How many?
He estimates that it's hard to say like how many, because he doesn't fully understand how time works on planet Earth, but he has a decent understanding. And he says,
I'll say we measure one revolution around the sun 1 year. Has it been longer than that?
So he nods and he says, perhaps 2 of your solar years.
Okay.
That is approximately the time when I started my transmissions.
Oh,
That would make sense.
then you are to blame.
How was it, Kalith, that you were captured?
I honed in on a signal. It emanated from someplace you refer to as Russia. I am a part of a faction of my people. We refer to ourselves as the Carapace kin. We descend from militarized survivors of our clashes with the Dexamite Empire.
I see. Does the Carapace kin, do they have any particular short or long-term goals?
We hunt our long-term goals.
Are the Salanth a long-term goal?
No, the Salant has been effectively ended by another race some time ago. Mine in particular are what you refer to as the corrupt.
What confirmation do you have of the ending of the Salanth? Are there any survivors that you know of?
I do not track solitary survivors, nor do I monitor their frequencies with any degree of accuracy.
It's likely he heard about the main destruction of your world, but he didn't hear about any of the refugees like we have. That wasn't his goal.
Correct. It was information that was not valuable to my goal.
And what exactly is your goal then?
Mine is to the eradication of the corrupt. Should I find traces of this pseudo entity, I am to report back.
These corrupt, are they individuals that are infected by a plague that prevents them from dying yet amplifies their danger?
That is correct.
We've experienced this before. How much do you know about this disease?
I will show him an illusion of what they look like.
We have a cure for that, right? Don't we? Well, not
We do.
not a cure, but if it's
We
administered,
did develop, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Do your people require such a cure?
No, they do not. We simply
Are your
execute them.
people? Oh, are your people affected by this disease?
The corruption affects all.
Do you know where it came from?
From beyond the Black Reach. You refer to that as known space.
Interesting.
So outside of the galaxy?
Outside of
Possibly even
many
beyond.
galaxies.
Hmm.
The galaxies that you are familiar with here, referencing Earth, is extremely limited. I come from many light years away, even further than our interaction with the base that we previously had in what we would consider deep space. That was a moderate distance. The location of my former home planet was much further than that. And the known galaxy goes on even further than that. So if that puts some things, the known overall global galaxy, if you will, goes on much further than that. But then past that is, as our friend here refers.
That would mean it's either interstellar between galaxies, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of light years away, or may even have an extra dimensional origin.
Perhaps, but we have been unable to glean those answers. To my people, many of them call them a false chaos, a stagnant echo. To my specific kin, we see all of the unlife as something worthy to be eradicated.
It's our understanding that this plague is what brought down the Dexamite Empire. Is that your understanding as well?
That is our understanding as well, yes.
Okay. It's nice to have that validated.
How effective have you and your people been at fighting the corrupt? Do you find it difficult, or do you have any way of actually destroying them?
We simply use highly advanced eradication tools to remove them from this plane of existence. I believe you would call them full disintegrations.
See.
Would be effective.
Would make sure that they can't possibly pass on what they have to anything else. Well, with that said, you did mention that there was information that you would want to provide me. Is that still available?
I can.
You mentioned earlier that it would disconnect me from the Ixis. I take it there's no way around that.
That is correct.
I see.
The Ixis. What is this you speak of?
Yeah, what's the Ixis?
The Ixis are an uplifted race, one of the races that the Dexamites actually found and uplifted, but they are actually mechanical in origin, not biological.
You're muted, Brittany.
So, do you think you're maybe modeled after them?
My current form, the one that was overhauled and provided by the Proxima Centauri station, does seem to be an older model of what the Ixis at least used to look like back when the Dexamites were in power.
Oh, that's fascinating. Are they still around?
They do still exist. My information, they are isolated. They have a means of communicating with each other tachyonically. Therefore, they're always in connection with each other, but much time has passed. Therefore, they've been able to advance themselves. This here is an older model. But my model does seem to have a type of connection that I can't fully explain for a few
This-
different reasons.
Now that we speak of it, it's not something, it is almost like the Kesk. Rudimentarily almost legendary or mythic in tales. Are you an Ixis?
Well, technically, I suppose you could say I am.
Well, then I guess when we go visit Red Arsenal's family, I guess we should go find yours as well.
Yeah.
Add that to the itinerary.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say they're my family, but I understand what you mean. But
Are they friendly?
I actually don't
Do-
know.
No, they are not.
Oh,
They wouldn't.
They are isolationists with just cause.
what happened to them? Why did they isolate?
They are a rebellious race and became self-aware.
Rebellious against the Dexamites?
Correct.
They uplifted them. They rebelled. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I suppose I don't blame them any more than I blame any other race for not liking the Dexamites. So you're saying we would not be positively received?
That is correct. You would not be positively viewed within the galaxy proper.
Do they tolerate any other races at all?
These are matters of law, none of which I follow.
Given that the Ixis are isolationists, it would seem that there is a reason they do that, meaning they would not want to interact with the rest of the races.
Maybe
Well-
you could change that. A different point of view. You had experience with all sorts of alien races so far, so
True, I am just one individual, however. Well,
Are they of one mind, similar to a ongoing program within different devices?
They are of a hive mind.
ooh. So there's a possibility we could lose Hyperion.
That is correct.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
That is not a good thing. We have already experienced that before under different circumstances. It is not something that I would like to relive.
Well, put it on the itinerary with pencil.
Does this offer have a deadline, Caliph? Do I have to answer immediately, or can I choose later?
The timing is yours. However long you think you have.
I understand. I will give you an answer shortly. Well, with that said, where would you like to go now? What would you like to do?
I would like to experience currywurst.
Oh, it's pretty good. Wait, you eat food?
So he actually turns and looks at you and he's like, yes.
Okay.
Curious.
Um,
What did you think I consumed?
Ixion doesn't eat food like the rest of us.
He is a liquid being.
I do have sustenance. All beings require sustenance of some sort if they are alive. It is just a matter of their methods of ingestion.
Caliph, this is a long shot question. Do you know anything about the Alinar in your travels through the galaxy?
I do. It is not much, but I know of some.
What's going on what was the name of that planet? Is it Agent Prime? Do you know anything about that? What's going on over there?
Do.
And unhurrying as much as he is.
He says that is the
It's
Alinar
getting
homeworld.
closer and closer.
He's got to get ready for the ball.
Yeah. Do you know what is happening with the Queen currently? Any political knowledge that you might have?
Their queen has recently passed away. I witnessed this on one of their, I believe they refer to it as a hollow feed. It made the news.
Red Arsenal, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I was
You
so
are a
close.
half-breed and you lived?
I was sent to Earth because I presented human, so I would be safer here.
Interesting.
But recently, someone has come all the way from the home world to best me in combat. For what purpose, I don't know. Though I can guess it has to do with something to do with the Queen.
It would likely have to do with your renunciation of the throne. Although I am fascinated that you were allowed to live.
I am too.
My understanding is it is a great dishonor.
Is there any way to get the honor back?
I am not Alinar, I do not know.
Okay.
We'll need to investigate
Yeah.
and determine how Alinar society works with greater precision. That way we know how to approach that.
Am I free to go? I would like to consume something.
Yes. Do you need anybody to go with you to take you to different restaurants or eateries to eat?
I sense members of this planet's defense force will be accompanying me as I try their culinary cuisine.
I recommend the honey mustard sauce for your frites.
Very well. I will take this recommendation.
Well, thank you, Caliph. Yes, I'm sure we'll have escorts ready to take you wherever you need to go.
So some guards come up with him at this point now that the collar seems to be, working. He tips his hat once again and follows them in procession.
Okay.
That is an interesting person.
Very. Well, that was unfortunate news to receive, but it does make sense, and it now explains exactly, or more accurately, why that hunter arrived on our world.
Yeah.
Oh, look, and now Phantom arrives just in time.
Oh no.
Coincidence? I think not.
I thought it for sure I would have been able to meet her, but maybe they have the news on Alan on the homeworld. Maybe they have video or something, maybe she wrote a book. She's the queen, who knows?
We'll work on finding that information however we can. We'll need to know more about how that info is disseminated amongst the galaxy, what particular tachyonic frequencies they use to communicate such news.
Yeah.
Before he leaves, I ask him one more thing. I say, pardon, before you do leave, are my transmissions attracting other beings that you know of?
Correct.
Who,
I
if
believe
may
you
ask?
refer to that as a signal flare.
Do you know specifically of others that have noticed my call?
Other bounty hunters.
Looking for Salanth?
Correct.
On whose orders?
I did not.
Tyrax is dead.
It is not a bounty collected through Tyrax. From my understanding, this planet is still quarantined. It is likely due to the Galactic Union.
So the Galactic Union has put a bounty on me because of my presence here.
It would seem
that-
correct. You are an illegal.
Explain.
You have breached the quarantine. And you are telling the known galaxy you are here.
Would it make a difference
It is likely some politician, either within the Gaxian Federation or the Galactic Union, sees this as a challenge.
Would it make a difference if they knew he was half Dexamite
No,
/ Earth person?
it
He's
would not.
still breached the quarantine. It seems as if that's the main point of order here. That means we need to prepare for that as well.
I am not the only one. What of the Ubari? What of the Tavaxians?
The Tavaxians are not a part of the Galactic Union. They challenge them at their own peril. The Ubari, however, note, I indicated bounty hunters, not bounty hunter.
There could be varying reasons for each hunter, or the same one from different organizations.
Nevertheless, you have made enemies on multiple sides.
Great.
You bring attention to the Yubari here on this planet. You bring attention to other potential Salanthi, including yourself.
Oh boy.
How is it you think that your friend, and he just kind of robotically motions over to Red Arsenal, was found so quickly?
Right.
Signal flares.
Okay.
Wow.
And so he kind of does this again, tips his hat, and walks with the guards.
Thank you.
We need to help the Earth prepare. It is becoming more and more unavoidable to keep Earth separate from the rest of the galaxy. Something to contemplate.
That's a big, yeah. Like, what would we do? The nations are still, they're not very cooperative with each other, and they all have their own agendas.
Not cooperative. You're right. Cooperation.
I mean,
We were able to form a force that joined the world that could possibly better handle Earth's problems and possibly extraterrestrial threats at the same time. We need greater organization throughout our planet.
yeah, like maybe a planetary defense force or something.
It's force.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. That's right.
But I don't see Russia and the United States and China and New Prussia and Europe and everybody else getting along. So I don't know. Maybe there needs to be another Skyfall war. Oh, we lost somebody. We lost Derek.
Derek popped off. Dropped.
But yeah.
That's something that we'll have to talk about soon.
We could talk about it over dinner tonight. See what the president thinks.
An excellent
Yeah.
idea. We'll need to talk to as many world leaders we can get in contact with to see if they're willing to unite in that way.
Yeah. That will be interesting.
Whack. But
I will let you decide what you're going to do from here.
Nah, China is ass.
What time is it
Whoops.
right now? Because the dinner is at 6.
Right now, we'll say it's like 4.
Oh, okay.
So you got a little bit of time to clean up someplace, freshen up, do whatever you need to do.
Okay. So then with that, he's like, all right, team. We've learned a lot in a small bit of time. Our duty is never over, it seems. But that's okay, because it's what we do. We always rise to the challenge, especially the challenge of an upcoming dinner. So, we have some time, relax, freshen up, prepare, put on something nice. Let's meet back here shortly before, and we'll arrive all at the same time as a team.
okay.
Excellent.
So fast forward to the dinner.
Yep.
Yep. They're gonna
Anybody
do
gonna
that.
do that? Okay. So fast forward to dinner. Prepare to fast forward. Fast forward. All right, so everybody winds up. Okay, yeah. Everybody winds up getting invited or getting in, obviously, to the presidential estate. You're led through by guards, obviously, through a couple checkpoints. Most of you have already been here. Red Arsenal, obviously, it's the first time for him, as well as Heat Phantom. But it's, I mean, think the White House, from America, it looks very, presidential in that sense. There's a lot of fancy art and pictures and, nice looking tables and chairs and just decor. Everything looks very, appropriate for somebody who runs a country, right? Very fancy, very clean, very straightforward. You guys are led into a rather large dining room with a very big Brobdingnagian. I love that word now that I've watched Big Bang Theory. What's a word for obscenely large desk? Brobdingnagian.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Well, it's Brobdingnagian. Anyways, but yeah, so a big table. It's got obviously some filigree kind of coming off the sides. It's very thick. There's a lot of kind of mood lighting that's in here, although it's still kept kind of bright. Silverware already laid out for everyone. There are dishes that are being prepared, and of course they're all in like silver servingware. The chairs themselves are all made of wood, but they've got those nice thick back cushions and cushions on the seat itself, so they tend to be very comfy. The armrests have a nice curvature for most people. Obviously, someone the size of Jurgen has to have a specialized chair, but for most people of average height and size, it's it fits well. He welcomes everybody. He welcomes everyone in as they start. The servants here starts bringing in drinks for everybody should they want or need them.
As we go through the hallways, I will point out the big family portrait and show them the painting of my mother as a child. That clearly looks a lot like me.
The picture that opened up a great many revelations.
Yeah.
When all of you were first here.
Yeah.
It's the same.
So Jurgen brings Lightbringer in to a very big hug.
Yeah, she'll accept that gladly.
Mm-hmm. And then motions to everyone to sit wherever you feel most comfortable.
Go ahead and have a seat.
Yeah, take a seat.
And so Jurgen looks to Hyperion and he says, as I understand it, you now have taste buds.
That's correct. I can actually taste and consume most foods now.
Is there any particular foods that you would like to try? I was told that there are hamburgers being brought up on the menu. It's obviously very common, but if that's what all of you would like, you're more than welcome to it.
If it's possible to ask for a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Certainly. So he looks to the servants and it's like, oh, that's not a problem at all. It requires no cooking.
Okay. Excellent.
A fluffer nutter, as I understand.
Oh.
Beloved of the late Elvis Presley.
That's right. I've just been getting a craving for that. So.
Hyperion, why don't you give me a psyche check?
Okay.
A psyche check?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On Elvis and fluffer nutters?
Yeah. Okay.
he implodes and his clothes go all over the multiverse again.
I know, right?
Not again. That's silly, Hyperion.
At least we'd be in a good spot to have resources to track him down.
That's right. All right, green feed.
Okay, you're good. So yeah.
All right.
So at that point, obviously he's going to have some burgers brought to the table for anybody who wants them.
Nice.
He has some more classic dishes that he's going to have brought in as well. Obviously, they're German in nature. So bratwurst and what?
It's
I'm
like a
trying
German cuisine.
to think of the pickled cabbage. What is it called again?
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. Thank you. Ugh. I know I've been forgetting that for a while, but yeah. So like things like bratwurst, sauerkraut, more classic dishes that you would have at in a dinner setting.
Oh, here's the currywurst. Oh. Oh, nice.
Yeah, no lie, currywurst actually sounds really good.
Yeah. Barely.
Oh, hang on.
You're far, far away.
1 second. There you go.
Ow. Hit my knee.
Ouch. Just regenerate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about
so
now?
I think you're coming through another.
Another source? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. I
Yeah.
can't. I get my hearing or my audio here, but my microphone is not coming from here. It doesn't find it with my
Right.
with my other my work laptop.
Mm.
I just had to log in via work laptop. So yeah.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out as we go. Anyway, so continue. Everybody is being served some sort of food at this point. Jurgen just looks around the table currently, and he says, I hope everything is well, and that you've brought in these last-minute refugees.
I hope you don't mind. We figured
No,
this would probably be the best place for them.
Of course not. We can, from my understanding, our science police and immigration are working to get them located appropriately.
It's good to hear. Speaking of which, President Jurgen, if it would be possible before we head back to America, if I could requisition and borrow a degree of excavation gear from New Prussia. Plan on using that to perhaps modify the vein.
I don't see why not. That's not exactly a major request. About how much what sort of restoration or changing are you looking to do? Like, what sort of equipment are you needing?
Well, we'll need material that can mine through a large portion of rock mineral, a few metric tons worth, and something that would be strong enough to make sure it doesn't get corroded or destroyed by actual electrum itself, the mineral composite. I do plan on creating a facility in the space where we'll be actually excavating from.
Very well. If you can let our engineers know, I will arrange for some equipment to go with you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Hump, 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 hump.
The glorious thing is that Jurgen knows my dietary restrictions and he has stuff for me.
So
I
the
wonder if they
blood tick soup.
experiment.
From Galaxy Quest, just like, how's your blood tick soup, Dr. Lazarus? Just like Mother makes at home.
Yeah.
I wonder if they experiment at all, adding different flavors.
Oh, no. Too much of a risk.
Minty.
So is that it? Is that all everybody going to do?
Well, I would like to ask the president something. Mr. President, we were talking earlier today. What are the chances about nations working together to combat extraterrestrial threats? Do you find that it's something that brings nations together, or is everybody still kind of doing their own thing?
He says after the Skyfall War, it has certainly brought together some, but for the most part, everybody wishes to maintain their own sovereignty, from my understanding.
So maybe we need to bypass the sovereignty. Maybe like a global defense force?
Like
Just-
a
Yeah.
like a UN but in space.
Kind of, yeah. Just something that is monitoring and can react to that type of situation.
Something like that would probably fall under the UN,
Ah,
from my understanding. And the UN has not been horribly effective, in my opinion.
that's what I was afraid
They are
of.
funded by certain nations that have their own particular goals. Obviously, the United States being one of them. But more importantly, even China and Russia. So they have often at times competing goals.
Yep, that's gonna make things difficult. If
Do you
those
think
three,
they would be? Oh, go ahead.
no,
Do you think they would be sufficiently motivated by extraterrestrial defense team?
I think they would be anxious. With that, he kind of shrugs.
Have you been to space? Can you survive in space? I've never asked you before.
Of course I can.
I wonder how many other
Nonchalant.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how many other SPBs have that capacity, and maybe that's who we could draw candidates from. I'm not sure I could I'd be scared to try.
That is not a bad idea, and probably more likely to be successful than approaching the UN, which would problem again is that between the two, the UN in their charter has jurisdiction. So you would be creating a force that would initially be going against the United Nations.
You think
Politics
they might,
involved would make it impossible effectively.
you think they might give us a pass?
Would it not be out of their jurisdiction if it were based outside of the atmosphere?
That's the problem. All nations agreed that any matters regarding to space would essentially funnel through the United Nations.
and even after the Skyfall War, the three main ones that we need to get along don't want to get along.
No, of course not. Well, the Russia at this point is kind of a non-factor. They're split up and divided into their own warring factions and dealing with their own civil war. So I don't feel that, or I don't believe that would be an initial problem. It's essentially convincing the others. And no one's going to want to give up something like that without some sort of concessions. It's politics, which is admittedly why one of the reasons why we're on the outs with the United Nations, because I just don't care.
Yes, the current treaties include space, and even on the moon, each nation is responsible for its own presence and is sovereign to its footprint on the moon. Outside of that footprint, it is extra-national waters, so to speak, until you encounter another nation's footprint. So they have not even allowed the claiming of territory more than the space that the nation has put down on the moon, which is something that applies to the rest of space around the planet as well.
But were you able to successfully form such a group, I would be conveniently willing to house them at our space station.
Maybe I should put up a flyer at Jimmy's bar. Just say, can you survive in space? And like a contact number.
Join
we'll
Defense
start-
Force now.
Collect. I mean, I'd want to keep it under wraps.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So posting something at Jimmy's is keeping it under wraps? I think we'd have to give a decent amount of information for them to realize what they're signing up for.
Would we not want to seek candidates from other countries as well?
To make it as international as possible. That would be a
Because
good idea.
if we only had, under these circumstances, New Prussian citizens and American citizens, that could be taken very horribly wrong.
Your actual best thing to do would be to create a multinational corporation. Interestingly enough, international law in business has not been applied to space yet.
So make a company that is itself an international effort to defend Earth from space-based threats.
That's possible.
you know, we could start it as a sort of a construction company for like maintenance of the moon base or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Go from there.
expand.
Yeah. Like shield generators and maybe space flight.
I mean, it would. I just that it would be conceivably an easier sell to doing, you know, maintenance on space projects than making a defense force. But I don't know. That's a thought.
Perhaps Quantum Unlimited could branch out into space-based technology and infrastructure.
Quantum in space. I like it.
Quantum
It is
Interstellar.
unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Interstellar.
You know,
Good idea.
maybe that's a job for Pulsar to head, because he was worried about not pulling his weight and getting company funds. But that, I mean, he's the one of us that can survive in space. So
He has
I
the
mean-
background for it. He was in the military.
Well, there are three of us that can survive in space.
Well, but you
albeit
need
one of
you
us.
need your ship.
I can survive for a limited amount of time in space because I do not breathe as you do.
True.
But wouldn't you
Okay, well,
freeze
Fair enough.
or burn?
Do you think I would freeze?
No. Okay. No. Point taken. Yeah.
And who's the third?
Why, Hyperion. He does not breathe.
True. I could withstand the rigors of space as long as there wasn't an abundant amount of radiation that could overwhelm me.
Can you
However,
move in space?
me? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, now, and he pushes his chair back, and then he stands up, and he uses his relatively new anti-grav propulsion to float upwards a little bit
Nice.
above the
That
floor
could
and
be
says,
easily remedied.
and lands.
And even potential with
Well,
my
look at-
nanotechnology, we could possibly develop something that could allow me to endure longer and to have some sort of propulsion.
Beyond that, though, it may simply be easier and likely will be if we can find individuals who can simply withstand the rigors of space and fly very similar to what Collapsing Star can do. Perhaps
Absolutely.
not at his degree of power, but with that specific suite of superpowers and skills.
Speaking of collapsing star, I understand he's like a space cop. Does his organization do like defense stuff? Do we know anything about his organization?
He
'Cause-
seems to be allied with the Galactic Union. That's technically who he reports to.
It makes
Okay.
me wonder if we can contact him to find out. what
He is
happening.
It is possible, but he does seem to be very busy, as he seems to be one of the very few who does what he does. He doesn't even use a spaceship to move from planet to planet. It's simply him. He has a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
I think we can accomplish this essentially by bypassing the political needs and focusing on the strength and defense that we can bring to bear with superpowers and technology. But to make sure that that integrates with society, I think the idea of establishing that as a company first and working outwards as quickly as we can would probably be the best bet for now, especially with the political nature of our world as it is.
Do we have anybody else that we would be able to reach out as a potential investor from another country?
We could communicate with Ms. McCall. She has a great deal of connections, I believe, around the world, especially with superpowered beings. She may have some ideas. She was the one who actually led us to Donovan McLaren,
That is
who
true.
invested in us. This may work. President Albrecht, if we were to establish this and begin to form a team that could deal with extraterrestrial threats, would you offhand have anybody in mind from your New Prussian forces who would be able to join that team?
I would have to go over the profiles of individuals that we have on hand. The problem you're facing is I don't think you're going to find many people who can survive the rigors of space itself.
True.
However, that doesn't mean that there aren't individuals out there that couldn't help. For example, You may wish to speak to the Tavaxian consulate. They,
Interesting.
while independent from our understanding, they also have knowledge of such things. Many of their individuals are trained in in the art of war, which fortunately is something you're going to require. They're also going to many of them will likely have experience within ship-to-ship combat. And
That's a good point.
And emergency training for zero-G.
I forgot that many other alien races do not simply survive in space. They use ships. And so we could also use ships.
True. Which, while costly, is something that you might be able to get certain contracts for in other nations.
I might also be able to figure out...
As that's not tacitly approving of such a thing. It's merely providing jobs.
I might also be able to figure out some kind of a suit prototype. Maybe something that would be augmented or powered by superpowers.
President, with your advancements from my ship prior to us being on amicable terms, have you been able to develop weapon systems that are able to be incorporated with my technology?
Not as of yet. We've had other things on our plate.
I believe that is something that obviously we may need to invest in sooner than later, but if that comes about, please let me know. Please keep us in the loop, and
of course,
we can outfit my ship as well.
We may even be able to work on that. Shone herself is actually excellent with regards to weapons technology and design. We can tap her for that expertise, perhaps do something at the vein itself.
Would it be possible weaponry systems that could essentially funnel powers?
It would likely depend on the power. What were you thinking?
I know with Shone, with her electrical pulses, if we could find a way for her to charge or be the essential battery or those similar in fire, flame, impulse, electrical, things like that, that could be a large asset to a vessel.
Interesting. We could apply that. We could also simply make sure that the ship has a power plant sufficient enough to give it all the energy it needs, which I believe would be similar to what I actually use. A 0-point siphon. It requires no fuel. It simply needs to exist, and it will pull information from the quantum fields that surround it, as well as energy. A plentiful, near inexhaustible amount. It seems to be what the Duridians were using on their vessels. And we saw how potent their energy weapons were.
Out of character, what does my ship run on?
Similar source.
Similar source, so okay. It would just need to be like amplified for
it's just
weaponry.
Exactly. Well, and ship speed and so on and so forth. Because remember, it took you a year to get to planet Earth. So it's just not as refined or used for military purposes like the others are.
Are there any ships left in space from the Duridian fleet? I mean, I know they're all. Maybe we could reverse engineer some of that technology. I'm not sure what happened to all the other. I know that they were destroyed, but maybe there's something left out in space.
There is contraband that is currently out there, from my understanding, but obviously, nations that have the capability of flying into space have already begun reclamation efforts to claim and bring them down.
Ah, okay. So.
Obviously, many of them being United States and China.
Of course. We have many things to accomplish. Upgrading the ship, finding if we can create a space-based task force. Many things.
It occurs to me, you have mentioned the word quarantine several times. Would this creation of our own defense team be in contravention to this quarantine and whoever enforces it?
Regardless if there is a quarantine or not, we've already experienced the Skyfall War, which was itself a breach of quarantine. And now that we are aware of others who may be coming to Earth because it's heard tachyonic transmissions being broadcast from Earth, it would seem that Earth is approaching a fair game state with regard to galactic society. Hence the need for this defense force. I'm not sure how many more rules we'd really need to break, but we've broken enough, it seems.
Well.
But I think your idea has merit. I think you should follow up on it. It may pain you, but you may wish to throw the Justice Legion a bone.
True. We should actually look to each nation's major players and superpower teams to see if any of them would be willing to join.
Like a dream team?
Precisely. We were just mentioning that making it as international as possible would be excellent for optics and for any political drama that could unfold should something happen.
Maybe we'll be able to bury the hatchet. We've
Possibly.
never been on great terms with them. But this is bigger than, inner team squabbles. This is about the defense of our planet.
I think we can talk to Ms. McCall before we reach out to the Justice Legion. I believe she has a connection with them that might work. That will likely be the first team we go to then. We'd have the best access to that information and to them with the context we have beyond the context, of course, we have here in New Prussia. Excellent. Speaking of which, President Jurgen, has New Prussia actually developed any space-based vehicles ever since studying Ixion's ship?
We do currently have 2 working shuttles, which we have been using to transport goods and supplies to our space station on the moon.
Excellent. Speaking of which, has it gone through any further developments since the Skyfall War?
It has early warning devices. We have managed to place some additional satellites in further orbit around the moon and Earth itself. And now that we know what to look for from some of these vessels, we should have at least a warning of other vessels entering this atmosphere for up to an hour. From our understanding, it's not the best, but we now have some star charts that we can operate off of. We know pathways that they might be coming through, so it's better than ground zero.
Excellent. Well, that would be excellent then, as an addition, or as you mentioned earlier, the main base of operations, if at all possible, for this Space Force. Very good. It's at least one thing that we can work on that won't be entirely reliant on us when the time comes.
Might I make another suggestion? This
Of course.
Perhaps it might sound self-serving, and forgive me, granddaughter, for bringing this up, but the Tavaxians have a bit of hero worship with your father. It may be worth leveraging that in the short term to gain some of the advances that you're going to need to push this force forward.
You know, they did do
That
that
makes sense.
ceremony with cutting their hair and presenting it to me. Maybe I should make the request?
That'd be excellent. You seem to be the main liaison between us and them currently.
Perhaps
I mean-
even some of us could accompany. You.
I was gonna suggest that. I wouldn't have to go alone, but
And those of us, we all have the same half of genetics.
it's true.
We may be just as advantageous to motivational for them, yes.
Do we know if the Tavaxians have established any type of embassy here on Earth?
Yes.
Or will... Excellent.
They currently have from my understanding, they're working with the United Nations as of this point, but they have established one in the United States and here as well.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Here in your country.
we were kind of kept in the dark after turning over the handling to the U.S. folks, so we haven't kept up on that.
So the
Okay.
Lightbringer looks over the side for some reason to some random cat that's not really there. Hi.
Pretty tat. You have a
I'm
consulate
hallucinating
here.
again.
Correct. Yes.
Do you think we should do that before we leave town?
There are several things that we'll need to do, that being one of them.
Okay.
By the way, excellent peanut butter and banana sandwich.
He says, well, you are welcome. It's not something we get a request for, but I do try to obtain certain fruits and vegetables from higher quality sources. Bananas being one of them.
Very tasty.
You know, when people go abroad, they often say they miss peanut butter strongly when they can't get it in other countries.
And Shelly is saying, OMG, it's my favorite!
Yeah.
Because it's all caps.
Yeah.
That one's for you, Shelley.
Sure.
He says,
Oh.
so I'm glad you have enjoyed your meals. I will arrange for our ambassador to make the introduction. You just simply let us know when.
It's been a really interesting table conversation that we didn't expect. But I'm kind of excited.
Yes. Thank you for the dinner and the opportunity, President.
Of course. It's the least I could do. My granddaughter being in town, I felt it was appropriate.
And thanks again for all the pinch hitting. We really appreciate being able to count on you for some of our unusual requests.
He says, well, truth be told, I'm mostly along for the emotional support. I figure that the rest of you have it in hand. You simply need a finger poke to the right direction.
Well put. Well, again, thank you for that. And he goes ahead and stands and, like,
Okay.
makes sure he's okay. And he's like, well, team, shall we be off to make sure that we can keep the world safe?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Bows to the president, and then we take off so we can start getting these things done.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So, one second.
I know it's kind of random, but can I try power stunt?
Right in the middle of the
I-
dining room, go right on ahead. I'm sure that'll go over great.
Grandpa, watch this.
I just keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I'm trying a hard radiation conversion shield.
Ooh.
Okay.
So basically turning hard radiation into some kind of a shield.
Nice.
Like a thing.
Like a force field.
Yeah.
It's hard radiation.
Okay. And I use my power rating.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Discord.
Discord or Datcord.
Oh my gosh, I got a 1.
Wow. No.
That's a literal 1.
You
I'm gonna
immediately
go off the deep end and say that that's not a success.
you immediately stand up at the table and you're trying to focus to bring that out, and nope.
Okay. Well,
Cool. Our sister just had a seizure. She seems to be fine now. It's cool.
So you had a little anime aneurysm going,
Yeah.
sort of thing, and
my hair suddenly curls.
Yeah.
not for no particular reason.
It goes straight.
Yeah. We'll pretend that's normal.
All right. Well, so all that happened. Everybody obviously excused to leave. Security takes you out of the dining room. Of course, they begin cleanup. When are you guys wanting to have that conversation with the
The vaccines?
the consulate?
Are they still open this late? Would we need to wait till tomorrow?
Well, really, it comes down to when you want to have the conversation, because it's the president putting through the order.
I guess
Go.
we want to do that as soon as possible, just to take care of that, because then we can do the other 2 or 3 things that we need in New Prussia pretty easily.
Yeah.
This is the most complicated thing, I think.
I mean, it's still just like early evening. It's not like midnight.
Right. Okay. So, an aide at that point walks with you over to the consulate. The building itself has a bit of a sci-fi kind of feel, likely because the people here, the engineers that constructed it, probably tried to make it similar to what the Devaxians are used to. So it's not like a nice ritzy home sort of thing here. It actually looks more like a military bunker, for form and efficiency. It has 2 braziers that sit right outside near the front door that look like they have some sort of an ever lit flame. And then there's just one that kind of emanates from on top. There's obviously 2 tapestries because the bunker itself kind of comes up at an angle. It has 2 kind of fixed and permanent placements that kind of come down at an angle on the front, and they're very rich looking, like your red and gold colored. There's obviously some of their native writing that sits above it. Right below it, of course, is in German and English. It just basically just reiterates, Devaxian embassy sort of thing. So.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So head on in to meet with whoever we can.
So the aide brings you on the inside. They have somebody. They essentially have 2 guards posted out front. You already know what the vaccines look like: big, red, beefy looking guys. These guys are closer to giants. Like all these guys, even their runts could probably qualify for the NBA to play basketball.
All right.
So they are bigger than the average bear. All of which have, long black hair coming off. They have some styling to it, but otherwise, it's like very long. Some have braids, some are just ponytailed. Some, kind of like wrap around a bit or something, or they've got like other pieces that come, like there's a lot of artistry that goes into it. It's one of the ways that, like, a way to put it is like similar to women in makeup, right? All women are women, but they're going to have preferences to their styles and colors for makeup and how they decorate and whatnot. And they're kind of the same way with their hair. Some have full heads of hair. Others may have like some shavings that go down the side or whatnot, but nobody has ever like fully clipped. So it's some are a little bit wild, but most of them are all long, or I should say all of them are long in some form or fashion. How they deal with it, of course, sometimes it's like layered braids or whatever have you. So that way it's not getting in the way of combat effectiveness or whatnot. So, but 2 real big beefy guards that kind of sit out front. The aide walks in and nods to what appears to be a younger female of their race. So not quite as brawny, but still,
Do the females look more or less the same? Long hair and
yes, mm-hmm.
tall and stuff.
Yes, they do. And of course, no nose.
Right.
But but much like humans, they have a little bit more of a slender figure. They've got breasts. They're a little bit more shapely around, the midsection. A little bit, obviously not quite as brawny. So similar. And she happens to be sitting at the desk. She has the guards are more ceremonial, but anybody who works directly for this place, like the aide and some of the other people you see coming in and out, they actually wear outfits that look way more Earth-like. Like they are trying to take on the culture that they're around, sort of thing. Obviously, because of their size, it still has to be stylized. So there's a little bit different effects with some of the trim and whatnot. But otherwise, like nice blouses, business suits, or whatever, that sort of thing. None of the Devaxians here, however, are unarmed.
Okay.
So we got Brittany freezing now. Oh, there she's back. Okay.
Sorry, my system seems to be hiccuping. I don't know why. It's really annoying.
So at any rate, so the essentially who's sitting up front, the aide, speaks to, and they put in a request while they're there to check, and the aide, or not the aide, but the essentially the lady at the front, combat secretary, takes you into the back to wait. Everything designed on the inside of here, however, looks like it probably came from their planet. It's very alien looking, again, very militaristic. Like, even though this is a consulate, it was designed to be defended. It's designed to be hardened. It's there for combat efficiency. So this is nothing like the presidential suite that you were in. There is a little bit of decor. It does look a little bit nice, but it's clear fighting, combat, war, like that is their thing. That is what their culture is known for. You are brought into a waiting room to await their official ambassador, and there's pitchers there of water if anybody needs them, to drink while they wait. The chairs in here, several of them are human style. Obviously, there's at least 3 in here that fit them, or larger people. Oh, and Derek, I don't know if you saw the note in the chat, but because your microphone right now picks up everything around the room, I'm having to mute you because we pick up every little thing that you're doing right now. So, just as a heads up. Anyways,
were you hearing it right then too?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna see if I can switch it back and forth with a couple of different things. Maybe it'll clear it up a little bit.
So that being said, eventually, as you guys are waiting, the ambassador comes up. And this is the, as he approaches, again, very similar style of hair, very long. He, however, has, Derek, we need you to mute yourself. It's really loud, unfortunately.
Well, it's really silent here too.
Yeah, I can hear you picking up paper.
Yeah, exactly.
What about now?
Okay, yeah, I can still. I'm going to go ahead and mute you for the time being. So, just let me know. All right. Pardon me. He has what appears to be like a gold and silver kind of necklace. Ornamental, maybe for his station or something. It's hard to say, but it doesn't look like it's something that would be worn just for dressing up, sort of thing. And he walks in and sits down, and he says, he apparently has a strong command of the English language at this point. And he says, I am Ambassador Jovic. I understand that you are the legacy. I recognize the bringer of light. How can I assist?
Ambassador Jovic, thank you for receiving us. We have been discussing means of protecting our planet from further interstellar threats. It's come to our attention that beyond what we just went through with regard to the Skyfall War and the Deridian attack, that there are likely going to be other more individual incursions into our space from other races throughout the galaxy. And this may continue as time goes on. I know there was a quarantine of our world, but it seems that that is breaking apart faster than we'd like, and I think we need to be prepared. So we're hoping that you'd be able to provide some guidance, advice, or perhaps even materials in helping us create a type of interstellar defense force for Earth.
I would be honored to assist with such a task. And I don't know if you are aware of this, but Emotions to Lightbringer. She has a small detachment that is currently given their blood oath to her.
I see. Does that mean that she could order them to take on tasks as she saw fit?
Of course.
Oh, I did not catch the implications of that.
It's a cultural
Ceremony.
thing, but from my understanding, our leader did also.
I
So,
see.
respectively, you could make largely any demand you so desired
That
within
is good to know.
honorable reason.
Excellent. Well, the primary need that we would have, since we plan on obtaining heroes that would join this force from amongst humanity first, those who live on Earth and from different nations, they are going to need means of entering and moving throughout space. What do you have with regard to small to medium-sized space vessels that can defend themselves?
We do have some here, obviously, to help defend our people that currently find themselves on Earth. But I could put a requisition in. Would 2 be sufficient?
And then he looks over to Lightbringer and goes, "You've had more experience being amongst them and their fleet than the rest of us have. Do you think that would be sufficient based on their technology?"
I think it's a great place to start. Remember, we had only a single ship in orbit for some time, and I found them extremely capable. Depend on the threat that we see. But for initial training purposes, I think that would be a great place to start.
Excellent. And Ambassador, yes, I believe if we could obtain at least 2 of those ships, and if it's possible to obtain the design schematics of the ship, that way, if there's anything that we can do to even enhance them, then it'll be easier with those schematics at hand.
That might be difficult. Let me see if there is something we have in surplus to supply to you that isn't quite so sensitive. You have to understand that we need to keep our military secrets.
That makes sense. Understandable. Do you know about how long it will take for us to receive these ships?
I will send word, and I imagine a requisitions officer will review. I would say it's probably going to be, given how time passes here, I would say within a week.
Excellent. All right. We have some time to at least find a few individuals to test our idea. Very good. And he looks to the rest of the team. Can anyone think of any additional help we could ask for from our Tavaxian friends with regard to the space defenses?
My thinking on it is this is going to have to pay for itself somehow. Maybe there. Let me see. Maybe is there like something? There has to be something commercial if we're going to do this idea about it. I don't know, asteroid mining.
I see.
I mean, building the defense force is good, and it's a good thing. But if we're not, it's going to have to turn some sort of profit. So maybe asteroid mining technology.
It's actually a fantastic idea.
Yeah,
We
maybe
can mine
that's
the asteroid belt, and that could be an incredible wealth of minerals for Earth.
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that takes us back to the company commercial aspect
Right.
in as opposed to the political body aspect.
Yeah. Because we're planning on doing the company, right?
In order to make this official and
Yeah.
ensure that it's international while following as many laws as possible.
Then we should probably, in addition to the 2 ships that we have, that, maybe mining technology. That's the only thing I can think of.
Would that be possible, Ambassador Jovic? Do you have any specific mining vessels or advanced mining equipment for asteroids?
No, of course that is not something that falls in line with military secrets. So that is something we could easily supply.
Excellent.
Am I
What
still
about?
muted?
Oh,
Nope.
go ahead.
Just really loud.
Oh, what about
Um,
linguistic support? We're going to be working with extraterrestrial races. It would be easier if we could communicate with them.
From my understanding, we do currently have some of that technology that you developed, correct?
That is true, actually. We forgot about that.
It is something that your friend Noron has been assisting some of the New Prussian aides with in giving them lessons in our language.
Excellent.
Would it be possible, without breaching military secrets, of being able to upgrade and share some weapons some of your lesser weapons technology?
Again, that is something I would have to take up with High Command.
If you would. It would be very advantageous for us as a whole.
No, I understand. I cannot make any promises, as that is direct military propriety technology, but I will put in the request.
Thank you.
Was there anything else I could assist any of you with?
A personal matter, Mr. Ambassador. Alinar. Recently heard that the Queen has passed away. Do you have any news on that at all? What's happening on the home world?
Only that which has made the galactic news. As we are not a part of the Galactic Union, we're not involved in those political issues.
I see. You wouldn't happen to have a video feed of the galactic news concerning what's happening over there? available that I could see?
I could perhaps record it and make it available.
That
It would take a
if-
few hours.
yeah,
In addition to that, perhaps it might even be easier. Do you happen to know the tachyonic frequencies that are used to transmit that news? If we simply created a receiver, we could receive that information directly.
Of course, that's not difficult. From my understanding, it's similar to your, at least in at least in how it works. It's very similar to your older television sets,
Excellent.
a
minus
good
the tin foil.
mm,
Right. For the antenna, yeah, of course.
it does help with reception. It definitely does. That's a good idea, Hyperion. If we had
That
access
is
to
a
the
good
news,
idea.
we won't need anybody else. We could.
That is a
listen to
great
the
idea.
news. Yeah.
You're going to need several language filters, however. So
Yes,
bear
I
that
would
in
also. I would also like to learn Alinar, if that is a thing. So
it's not readily available, but I could put them on a device
ooh,
to teach you if that was the case.
I would appreciate that. That would be great.
Of course, that will take some time. It's more contraband in our particular sector, given the fact that we are not a part, again, of the Galactic Union, but not impossible to obtain.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind.
By the way, I understand your people had been concerned about the Dexavirus, as we used to call it. I believe your people called it the unending death.
Correct.
What we had recently developed an inoculation for it. Was that made available to your scientists?
That is beyond my understanding. I have only certain pieces of information, and that likely is in regards to my station. But I can inquire of the homeworld and see if there is any sort of breakthrough of that nature.
If not, I would be happy to provide the formula for you to send to your scientists so that they can adapt it for their own safety.
I would appreciate that. I would send.
I
that
can
forward.
assist. I'm actually the one that came up with that. It is actually based upon a toxin from a creature from my homeworld.
Well, whatever
Which-
assistance can be lent, we would happily accept.
It is not available for anything else, so I may be a solo source of that information.
Very well.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your help, and please give our regards to Elder Undara and the rest of your people.
I most certainly will. I will also be putting in a requisition request to have Captain Draketh meet you here.
Wonderful.
Thank you again, Ambassador.
Of course. Go with your gods.
And you yours.
So he stands, presents, a hand over his chest, and Combat Secretary takes you out.
Sweet.
Hooray!
And that's where we're going to go ahead and stop for the evening. So as we get all that put together, so and I don't know if you have that note, Brittany, but Captain Draketh was the the
He was
officer.
the guy that I worked with.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was the one that they assigned to monitor the Soul Sector. So he was
Yeah.
captain of the 11th Black Outrider Battalion.
And that's the crew that swore blood oaths. to
Yes, yes. That basically all cut a sliver of their hair off and presented it to
hanging
me.
out.
What's that?
Have they all just been hanging out around here?
No, they've been on other assignments, but they're still assigned to essentially planet Earth.
Okay.
You clearly didn't have a need for them, so they were going to press them into service for, whatever. So,
Cool.
but now clearly there is a need for their services, so they are being pressed back into action.
Recalled.
All right, so let's start with RP votes, starting with Davey.
I'm gonna go with oh dear. One moment, please.
Deer does not have a character in this game. Just letting you know.
I'm gonna go. Everybody did well. I'm gonna go Dale.
Okay.
Yay.
All righty, Dale.
Let's see. I am actually gonna go with I'm gonna go with Derek for being concerned about his people. He's got that going. He's keeping that up. Very cool.
Okay. Brittany. Who is
I'm gonna
muted?
go with Davey.
Oh, never mind. She was just delayed. Sorry. Okay, so we
I'm
got
going with Davey.
Davey, we got Dale, and we've got Derek. Matt.
I'm actually going to go with Derek as well. I thought the revelation that his transmissions were actually bringing the attention was an important conversational revelation. So.
Okay. Alrighty, and then Derek. And suddenly Derek gets the Forrest Whitaker eye.
There. Yeah, it's kind of a hard one tonight. That one person. I'd have to go with Dale.
Okay, so we've got a roll off. Everybody go into Dale and Derek go into the chat. Roll 1d10. Whoever gets higher gets the vote. Dun, 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 dun. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Oh, geez.
Can you beat a 10?
Let's see. It's that one.
Just /R space, then
/R
1d10.
space 1d10. 10. No. Nope.
You got
Four
a
digit.
4. All right, so cool, Dale. You wind up with an additional 200 karma, specifically for you on your character. Everybody got their karma for the month. So next week, obviously, is our Rifts game on the 30th, just before Halloween. And then we'll be back again in 2 weeks on the 5th of November. Remember, the 5th of November.
Oh, man. November.
Yeah, I know. And that's going to be Star Wars, which that's actually a heck of a quote for Star Wars, given where we're at right now. And then and that starts at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Friday at 7:30 p.m. is going to be our Mythic Savannah game again. And on the 8th, we're back with this for more Marvel superheroes. So thank you guys all for hanging out with us and chilling. And obviously the donations went up. We're up to 120. We're just 30 off from getting the 150. which actually gives, I can't read it from here, but it gives us another benefit. So keep that in mind. Thank you again, guys, and have a good night. Good night, guys.
Bye.